Good evening, everybody. It's that time again. It's that feeling before a Manchester United game. A game that we have to win. A game that's at Old Trafford that we have to win. This is the Redflex, the only channel in the world run by four brothers who support Manchester United and live in Manchester. It's Kasim and Harris show again. We've been stood up.
Dream team, mate. Dream team.
The ratings boosters, the charisma-filled personalities, the man that everybody, or the people that everybody want to watch. Harris, how are we doing on this Friday evening? How are we doing?
I'm going to say, the main eye candy of the show's back.
The eye candy of the Ahmed household.
Yeah, I'm not one to blow my own trumpet, but I thought I'd just get that in. Let's see what kind of like one-liners Abdul and Usi can come up with next week. But it's glad to be back. International boring week. Nothing to look forward to. I'm glad we've got a game tomorrow evening, Saturday night. So a little bit unusual for us. I can't remember the last time we played on a Saturday night, but looking forward to the game. As you said, must win. And hopefully we'll do it.
So today's show, we're going to be covering, should I say, the Statman will be covering the press conference from earlier today. We'll also be discussing which Manchester United are actually going to turn up tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think Harris knows. I don't think anybody knows which one are going to show up. We're also going to be discussing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's response to the whole Paul Pogba fiasco. That's something to make sure you tune in and stick around for that one. And finally, we're going to end today's show with Harris's score predictions and his starting 11 prediction, which will be something be very interesting to see what that is. So let's get today's show started. But actually, before we do, Harris, did you see that weird video on our Instagram account? What the hell was that
about? It looked like some sort of like movie premiere, looked all flash and a bit dark. So I've got to say, the
original sources are telling us.
It is. So hopefully it's going to be something to look forward to. Let's not give too much away of that.
And the last show, there seemed to be some bit of an invasion. Usman with bold allegations, claiming his seat is trying to be taken. What's your thoughts on that, quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I love the panic in their eyes, the sheer shock and horror when they saw you just kind of hijack the show, WWE style.
Did warn people that Redflex, anything can happen. I did warn it. It's must-see television.
But all I can say is today there won't be any invasions because there isn't anybody here, is there? So
You gentlemen don't care enough to invade our show. I
was just making it clear, just in case there were some fans out there who were expecting somebody to kind of like jump in and like attack one of us. That's not going to happen on the show.
I think people need to watch that.
but that worrying thing is, would they like to see me get beaten up or you? Is the question, isn't it?
It's a good question. Over the years, usually it's you three mob that have given me the beatings.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, as you've been the youngest, we do like to, dish it out just to kind of, man you up, which has worked. So all good, isn't it?
Violence. The beatings were to ingrain humility, grace, and respect. They were the reasons why we take new beatings. But anyway,
yes, carry on. Yes.
Moving on from that, Harris, please tell us Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference, the best bits. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not going to take too much time on this. So, he's, they were asked about the team selection. He just mentioned, what Jones, Lingard, kind of like the main kind of casualties. Surprisingly, he didn't really mention much about Martial. And then only when he got pressed about Mason, he kind of just confirmed, he's ill. And that he probably won't be starting, it seems like. But Martial, surprisingly, no one really asked the question that much. So I'm not sure whether he's even going to start. Obviously, there were other questions surrounding dementia and the whole heading debate. We don't need to cover that too much, but obviously Ole's kind of in favour of kind of like like reducing the heading, whether it's in training or at the youth level. There were other questions around Pogba, of course, which we'll cover later. And yeah, it was just a fairly serene press conference. Wasn't too much tension. Obviously, the question about Mason got brought up as we expected. But yeah, it seems like we've got a fairly fully fit squad to choose from. Obviously, Luke Shaw's out obviously as well. So yeah, all looking good for tomorrow.
I think there were some rumours that Alex Telles had failed another COVID test, but I think he should be fine. We've got some comments in, which we'll quickly get to. So AA, I'm assuming he wants me to take the beating. He wants the traditional.
Yeah. You get beaten. We got a vote already.
So thank you very much for that. TV, I think this is somebody that Usman must have paid. He says Cass needs a quick elbow
from the top rope.
Showman Randy Savage style. Anything can happen on this show, folks. And if you want to see me take a top rope elbow, we can arrange that because it'll be live and exclusive. Just for people. Well, for
Redflex exclusive.
We can get that on a T-shirt. Maybe somebody wants to buy that. AA has again got back in touch. Usman must be hating this right now. He is not.
Yeah.
My thoughts on that, it's just evolution. Usman, the eldest statesman, he's been carrying the flag. He's been carrying the Ahmed burden on his shoulder for all these years. But time has passed him by now. It's time for the young lion to be the man, the main event.
Yeah, but save his back. Save his back.
It's not the time now, but Usman needs to know that I will be sitting at the top of the throne. But anyway, moving on
about that. Yeah.
Moving on to the next section of the show. We're going to be discussing about Manchester United and what Manchester United are we going to see tomorrow. We've seen Manchester United that have beaten PSG. We've seen them beat Leipzig 5-0. But we've also then seen them take an absolute slaughtering at the hands of Tottenham. We've seen them lose to Crystal Palace. What Man United are we going to see tomorrow, Aris?
I think he's going to play it safe again. Can't see him being bold enough to just play the one sitting player. So for me, McTominay and Fred back in, even though we're playing a winless West Brom. I think it's start time, by the way. 7 minutes 51 seconds. I'm gonna put out a stat. We're winless against West Brom in the last 5. I think they've won 2, drawn 2. So their record at Old Trafford is pretty impressive. However, I think that's going to change tomorrow. Personally,
right. If we lose against West Brom, where does that leave Manchester United, and where does that leave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Where does that leave?
I think it leaves us back to where we were before the Everton game. Pressure, questions, immense pressure in every game. We just don't need that right now. We've got a few games which are easily winnable. We just need to just get them out of the way, get the win, take a bit of pressure off, get the points, and let's just get up the table.
I think the Everton win was very important, but I think if Solskjaer wants to avoid, because the media will be coming for Manchester United, the media will be coming for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if they do not win tomorrow. But predictions and stuff we'll get to a bit later on. We'll move on to the next section now, and we're going to discuss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's response to Paul Pogba. Just to give you a little bit of insight of what's happened, Didier Deschamps obviously said Pogba was not doing well. Pogba said it himself that he's been going through a tough time. Would you like to share with everyone, Harris, what Solskjaer's response was and what you made of it?
Yeah, I think Solskjaer again. We could kind of not answering the question fully. Kind of just bats it off with a response which he wants to give, which he kind of has got into the habit of. Really, he's kind of mastered that art, hasn't he? So yeah, he just said, Pogba's had it tough. He's been injured. He was injured. He had COVID. He's come back. He's found a bit of form. He's every time he's gone with France, he's played well. Which has obviously helped him in terms of his fitness and finding his form. And he just kind of said, yeah, Pogba's fine. He didn't really say, he didn't really go into too much detail to kind of commit that he's going to be starting in the game, or he's going to be a regular. He didn't really kind of say either or. So yeah, he left it kind of open, but he didn't really get into the whole debate of what maybe the press wanted him to answer in terms of why is Paul Pogba saying that he's enjoying being away from without actually saying it. Pogba's he's kind of referenced that he's enjoying not being at Old Trafford. He likes being with the France team. It's a great squad. It's a great feeling, and and all that kind of business. So yeah, he's kind of not really answered that properly, but I think he's going to keep it in house. And yeah, again, I can't see Pogba starting tomorrow either.
I think over the years, there's been numerous times where Paul Pogba said things, Raiola said things. Me personally, I've just about had enough of him. Get him out of Old Trafford. We'll pay for his taxi. We'll pay for his flight. Not if it's too much, but you know what I mean. Let's just get him outside Old Trafford. He's becoming almost like a virus at Old Trafford. Would you keep him?
I mean, so much talent, isn't it? But at the minute, it doesn't seem as though we've got a space for him. So, unless something happens kind of like dramatically. I mean, I can't see him moving on in January. I just can't see that. So
that'll happen in January.
Can't happen. Can't see it. So if something happens in the new year, and he does end up getting in the team regularly, because anything could happen, injuries, loss of form for other players, whatever. But if it carries on the way it is, and he becomes like more of a sub than anything else, then yeah, he goes for me.
I think previously Paul Pogba, the name, the brand would suggest that he would have to play, but at the moment, I think his credit in the bank has run out. His performance is not good enough. Other players are doing better. I think he needs to go. But I think the Pogba thing, we could go on and on and on and on. So we'll leave it there. So moving on to the section of the show that I'm looking forward to the most, it's prediction time. And the reason why I say prediction time is because I usually get them right.
That's right.
But I will allow Harris the opportunity to become a hero, immortalize him in history. What do you think the score will be tomorrow? But before you answer that, Harris, what do you think the starting 11 is going to be?
Yes, so Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I agree.
Lindelof, Maguire, I can't see him changing that. I think that Transebe was a pretty poor showing last game out. By hit and miss, form, fitness issues again. So can't see him either. I think Tellers obviously will play.
Yeah.
Sure won't be. Middle of the park, McTominay, Fred, Fernandes. For me, I think Martial will be fit. So
I've heard that a certain Welsh player is going to be starting tomorrow. I hope that is not the case, because I will promise you, if Daniel James plays tomorrow, the fans will be robbed of Kasim Ahmed at the Redflex. I will not be on the show.
Second retirement.
I will leave. No, I won't be leaving. But I will have to seriously consider my appearance tomorrow's show. But most probably I will be there. Because I
ready for that. I think I think a lot of it depends on Martial's fitness. If he's fit, I'm going to go with Rashford, Martial, Mata. If he isn't fit, Dan James potentially, but I would prefer and hope it ends up being Rashford on the left, Cavani up front, and Mata on the right.
No space for Cavani for you tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, if Martial isn't fit, I'd like to see Cavani. So I would like to think it'd be Rashford, Cavani up front, and Mata on the right.
Okay. Score prediction time. Harris Ahmed, come on down. What are you offering?
3-1.
Oh, 3-1. You usually like to go for the good old 1-1. We're not going to.
It's a winless West Brom. Winless West Brom. I have to.
Winless Old Trafford. The two winless sliding.
I'm backing the team. I'm backing him 3-1.
Backing him 3-1. Okay. In terms of starting lineup for me, I pretty much think back four picks themselves because of certain situation. Midfield again, with Tommy and Fred are going anywhere. I don't think Fernandes is going anywhere. For me, I would, if fitness allows it, Rashford, Martial, Cavani, but I don't know what the case is with Martial. I think Rashford's got a little bit of an injury as well, but we'll find out tomorrow. In terms of the scoreline, everybody start funding that credit in your Bet365 or your Paddy Power account, because I'm about to give you, not a spoiler, I'm going to give you a prediction. Or is it the other way around? I seen a promo in wrestling, but I can't remember which way around it was now.
To say it's a Redflex exclusive for all those out there.
It is
Although
a
we don't condone it, by the way.
What's that? Sorry, Eric?
We don't condone betting in any shape or way or form.
No, we do not promote betting in any shape or form. But if any betting company would like to sponsor the show, we would seriously consider it. So my prediction is 3-0 tomorrow. And I think there's a good chance of that coming out. But I will take a win. I will take a 1-0. I will take a goal off the backside. I'll take a goal off the nose. I'll take a goal anywhere. VAR mistake, you name it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Is there anything before we leave, Aris, that you want to add?
No, I think that's it, isn't it? Hopefully we have a win, and then tomorrow's show we can hopefully have a full house and we can get everybody on there, and we can hopefully talk about how great we were, and everyone's going to be in a good mood.
We will try to call Usman and Abdul tomorrow. We seem to be going to their voicemails. We can't get hold of them, but if they want to show up tomorrow, hopefully they will be there. I'm sure we'll have plenty of niceties to exchange when the
real question, actually. The real question is going to be, if we have a full house, who is taking the reins? That's what I'm tuning in for. That's what I want to find out.
Who is going to lead the Fab Four to the next generation? Who is going to lead the Redflex into 2021? I think I know the answer. Harris knows the answer. Everybody knows the answer. But let's see what happens. Something we may get a poll on Instagram about. We've got a comment here from Soom K, whose identity has not still been revealed, which hopefully we can reveal in the next few episodes. He says, acknowledge the people. You have been acknowledged.
Yes, you've been acknowledged.
You have been acknowledged. So that's pretty much it from us. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully Manchester United can bring home the points. Hopefully it'll be a nice weekend. But until then, we'll see you soon. This is the Redflex, the only channel in the world that's run by four brothers who support Manchester United from Manchester. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.